friends! These next few weeks, and every time you read, we're going to be making sure that you understand what you are reading by retelling important parts of the story. Turn and tell your partner some things you would need to remember to retell a story. Do you have any ideas? We're going to talk about a few, so let's keep going. We're going to study the book Henry's Map. I know you all have heard this story before, so we're going to focus on Henry's map, and we're going to pay attention to words that the author uses to describe Henry and also to those illustrations because those are important too when learning about the characters in a story. Since we are learning how to retell, we want to start by thinking about the main characters in the story. So, for example, in this case, it would be Henry, okay? This is our retelling rope, and there's a few things on the rope, such as setting, problem, solution, and all of that jazz, but like I said, today, let's just focus in on those characters, okay? When you retell a story, if you include details about the character, it makes your retelling so much more exciting, and it even sounds grown up. When you think about the character, you're going to think of words that describe the character or the person. You know, some characters can be animals, just like Henry in Henry's map. He's a pig. But you want to think about your characters on the outside, like how they look, describe what they look like, what you see. But then also when you describe characters, you want to think of on the inside. What kind of person or what kind of animal is that character? I'm going to help you out. Let's go. So as I'm reading this page, I notice Henry's actions in the picture. He looks very happy to be cleaning his neat and tidy room. Just by looking at this picture, I can start to kind of understand a little bit more about Henry because I'm using my illustrations to help me. Remember, boys and girls, it's not always all about the text. Sometimes you have to use those illustrations as well. I do notice, though, on that page that the text says Henry was a very organized sort of pig. So that lets me know that, you know, he is very tidy. He likes to be clean and neat. He kind of reminds me of myself a little bit. Let's keep going and see what more we can learn about Henry. Remember these pages in the book, kind of in the beginning of the story? Again, I can see his room. Look how nice and neat it is. And he even looks pretty tidy for a pig. And then on this picture, I'm noticing he's starting to look a little sad. And that's kind of a clue that there's a problem in the story, but remember, boys and girls, we're just focusing on our character for this learning video. So let's keep going. I know on this page, I notice that Henry decides he wants to make a map so that he can help everyone know where everything belongs. So I kind of think in my mind as I'm reading and looking at the pictures that is a type of character that's very helpful. So that would be a trait that would describe him on the inside. I noticed on this page he was kind of taking on those leadership roles where he was being in charge of the other animals. Here he is in the beginning. He even says, "Follow me." And he's leading the other animals up the hill. "I'll show you my map." So I can tell that Henry's type of character, he likes to take charge and really help his friends in need. Here were a couple other pictures that I pulled out from the story. These are different times when Henry is doing things in the story with his animal friends. So I want you to take a minute. We're going to stop here for a second. And we're going to really study these pictures, boys and girls. We're going to turn and talk to that buddy you're watching this video with. And I'm going to ask you a couple questions. So first of all, I want you to talk with your buddy about what Henry is doing on these pages. Take a minute, pause the video, and talk to your buddy about what Henry's doing on this page. Press play to continue. All right, friends, did you talk about how he's helping his friends in all the different pictures? If you did, pat yourself on the back. The other thing I want you to turn and talk to your buddy about is where did Henry get this map he keeps carrying around? Can you pause the video and tell your buddy about the map Henry's carrying? Where did he get that map? Press play when you're ready to continue. Did you say he made the map? If you did, oh, kiss your brain. You're really paying close attention to this story. The last thing I want you to talk to your buddy about is why do you think Henry wants all the other characters to go to their homes on the farm? So take a minute to pause the video and tell your buddy why you think Henry wants to help the other animals on the farm. Press play when you're ready to continue. Good job, my friends. Did you say that Henry likes to help out and he likes things to be neat and organized? If you did, again, pat yourself on the back and give your buddy a high five. You're doing awesome. So now, today and every day, when you're retelling, I want you to think about adding details about the character to make your retelling of the story a little bit more better. And to do that, I have this cool little graphic organizer. It's called a character chart. And you're going to be using this when you're studying your characters. So there's a spot here for your character's name. You can have a quick little sketch of what your character looks like. And you're going to use words to describe your character. Now, boys and girls, these words can be about the character on the outside or how the character is on the inside. These last two boxes down here, these are kind of like bonuses. These are like optional activities. What happens to the character and do you like the character? We're going to study that shortly, but not for this lesson. I just want you to focus right in here on these top three boxes. So my character's name is Henry. We can all agree on that. My quick little sketch, here he is. He's a little piggy. And then, as we've talked already, that he's very neat, helpful, and organized. These are all things that are going to help me to understand the story better because I know more about the character. That's your goal, my friends. All right, so when you use your retelling rope, you're going to use details about the character, remember, on the outside and on the inside. Your teacher might even have these charts up to help you. If not, you can always come back to this video and look at this screen here if you're having some trouble. I want you to do this exit ticket for me, my friends. You are going to listen to me read you about Tabby, and then you're going to turn and talk to your buddy about some things. So listen carefully. Tabby's plays. Abby got a new kitten named Tabby. Abby loved this new kitten, but all the kittens did was sleep. Abby would pick up Tabby and try to play fetch, but Tabby just wanted to sleep some more. Abby made a plan. She walked to the pet store to buy new toys for Tabby. When Abby got home, she pulled out a toy mouse and shook it on the floor. Tabby's tail started to move. Then Tabby jumped up and played with the mouse. All right, boys and girls, I want you to take a minute with your buddy and use the details to retell what you learned about Tabby to your partner. Remember, tell your partner about the character's name, describe how you think the character looks, and a few words to describe your character. Good luck!